will into the ice where none can ever turn away. For even one surviving truth can split the silence of this age and wake the fallen dawn that waits beneath the weight of gray. Run through the frozen horizon with the last fire in my chest. Let the ending of this long night finally confess our breath again. From the snowbound heart of ruin, let tomorrow tear me free now. Every step becomes a miracle the storm could never see in me. If I vanish in the void, let my run improve the flame. I was born the final messenger who outran the end by The frozen ground beneath my knees is a whisper my defeat. Every shattered old ice wall lies bleeding at my feet. The sky is torn with silent skulls where all my prayers once climbed, and every dream I chased before is slipping out of time. I hear the echoes of the world that called my name in vain, now shaking in the hollow dark where nothing feels the same. My hands are empty, torn and numb. My crown was made of lies, yet deep inside this broken chest above the shaking land. Every breath a silent shatters under rolling drums. The world prepares its mind to bear the blow of gods. Across the trembling horizon, sparks of thunder run. The heartbeat of the heavens starts to violently rise. I feel the pressure building in the blood beneath my skin as destiny ignites within the roar of God. with blinding force. I chase the thunder, I outrun the storm. My blood becomes lightning, my scream becomes war. Strike and return in a heartbeat of flame. The hammer comes back as the heavens roar my stars collapse inside my eyes. But even now my shattered will still hears the dead man's silent cries. If all the world demand my life, then let them take it in this run. For even death itself will kneel before the ride has begun. I run through death, I carve through fate, I tear the dark with bleeding speed. My soul ignites like holy fire to answer every fallen plea. No curse of hell, no throne of God can drag me from this destined way. I run beyond the edge of time to steal the dawn from endless gray. Though night like nights, my heart still races toward the light. I still believe. I run beyond the land of death, the last command, the living breathe.
The silver hooves ignite the frozen plains. Eight shadows staring through the edge of time. Thunder chases breath that never breaks. The sky goes down before the racing storm. Through shadow realms and burning rings of fate, the wind itself is left in hopeless chase. No wall of gods can hold this living flame. No chain of work can grasp its lightning stride. Run, run, cross the nightfall sky. Let the stars dissolve behind your flame. Beyond the
eternal fall. Even if my shadow fades into the tearing dawn, there is no refuge in hesitation, no mercy in the crawl. Only forward motion proves that I am truly born. I run beyond the speed of sound and light, through burning nights and endless cries. My soul ignites the edge of sight, a crimson streak across all skies.
trembling hands. I'll carve your name in falling light across the endless snow. Even if this racing heart should shatter in the end, my love will breach the gates that even gods can never close. I run through death, through shattered realms, through grief that claws my sight. My soul ignites the void itself, alone and blazing cry. Let every wound become a wing, let every tear be fire. I tear the night apart to prove that faith was born to die. 9 nights of pain, 9 nights of hope. I burn across the void to steal you back from silent gods and rewrite this lost world.
Across the frozen bridge of stars, I hear the thunder scream my name. The sky is torn by silver hooves, the ripple through fade alike. No chain of gods, no law of worlds can halt the rush within my blood. The wind is burning on my skin as time itself begins to tear. Eight shadows trailing lightning steps, yet one more pulse beyond the storm. The night collapses under speed, too fierce for fear to breathe within. Every bound and bends and breaks, I chase the edge of endless skies. My heartbeat drums the countdown toward the limits of the divine. Run, Sleipnir, run beyond the night. Let the world be torn behind your fire. Faster than the breath of gods we fly, through collapsing space and rising fires. Run beyond the edge of destiny. Through realms of ice and molten dusk, I blaze a path